Hey, Alan here from Damn Good Reviews. Today I have software called Landscape Pro Studio, and this is by the same company that brings you Portrait Pro. You may have seen our demo in the past or maybe have used it yourself, which is a really cool program that could take portraits and just, pictures of faces and just people and really make them look great, really with a touch of a button with a lot of presets, things you can do. Well, now they took that same technology for the most part and put it into a program to do the same type of things with landscape. So if you like taking landscape photos, maybe you're out doing adventures and you take some photos, maybe shot on your camera, maybe you're doing things professionally and you need to really edit it. Well, this program will give you tons of presets to work with those photos, and I just want to go ahead and show you a demo of it. Now, I'm not one that takes tons of landscape photos. I do some things from time to time, and actually when this program came in to review, I missed the opportunity to do some stuff. So right now, because it's the winter time when we're shooting this video, it's a lot of gray and kind of hard to work with. And then I was actually out in Las Vegas, and then we just have a lot of rocks, and it really was not working for me well. So I captured some free Creative Commons photos of some different landscapes and just show you real quick the power of this program. So I opened one up here. Go ahead, do that, and this program is now running on a faster computer. My old computer, which was about 5 years old, I definitely had some problems, rendering some of the presets. But now that we're up to date on a 6700K Intel, no problems at all. So you'll see on the side here we have a bunch of different options, and the company also does some really great work with providing training videos on their website and YouTube. But again, we'll see here. So if we want to go ahead and select a few different areas, so we take it and we drag it over, and pretty much we're going to just tell the program what's sky and what's not sky, and we're going to say, hey, this is mountain here, and it's going to tell you eventually that, okay, we get it, you don't need to do all of this stuff. And then we're going to go here and we're going to do, no, that's really tree, grass, whatever. So we got more sky. I'm just going to do one more sky over here, and at some point it gets crazy. It's like, all right, come on, we get it. Stop clicking all the buttons. So I'm going to click that, and then you'll see how it kind of works and selects all the different areas that it thinks is what you told it. So we have the tree area, so you can go ahead, click this button, and then also drag a little bit more. Say, hey, let me extend the tree here. We have the mountain, so I'm going to extend that. And you can refine this, of course, even more. This is kind of just jumping around, so you can do things like strength, of course, and fix that. So here's more of the mountain here, and then we're gonna see. So I'm not really going too much into detail, just want to show you a general idea of how it works. And then you have other things where we can pull, and if we want to soften the area a little bit here, just like how detailed you really want to do with it. And some of the stuff is things you can do in Photoshop, and some people might be really quick at doing this, but to have presets and a way to easily select that, you saw how quickly that happened. And then you can also do things like select the horizon line, make sure things are straight, and set that up. Also have small objects. If there's an object in the sky, we can on-soften, and then of course we have all these areas. So alright, looks good enough, right? Let's go ahead, continue, and it's going to process it. And then this is where it looks a lot like Portrait Pro and gives you all these different presets. So we can go back and we can edit the areas if we want, and then we have our global presets of what we want to do. And this is where it's pretty cool. So you can shoot like a bunch of different things. I mean, check that out. I mean, that's kind of cool. Yes, because I didn't take too much time to really work with it. We have some bleeding there, but that's all right. But the photo that we started with was not really enhanced at all. So if I want to do a couple different things to it quickly, I can really easily do that. Ooh, that's kind of scary looking. and then if we want to make a dusk looking shot, things like that. And again, because I didn't take the time to really select things, that's why it's not really standing out and working 100% properly. But when it does, I did a couple tests and it was really, really cool. And then, we can say how much, easy. Everything is really straightforward, easy to use. How much depth, and then if we want to enhance the plants, you'll see that just pops out even more. So it's really a really easy selection tool to work with. And these ones are based on what we told it before. So if we want to do different things, you have a bunch of options, to do things like clouds and stuff like that, all right here in the program. And then we have some other additional lighting options that we can work with, any unlabeled ones. There's other fixes here, so we can denoise, fix, straighten, all that fun stuff. And then I think you can set up your own presets as well if you want to do that. So just show the original. That's what the original looked like. Okay, well, yeah, looks almost like water down here. And happy little trees. So I'm going to go back, and then they actually have tutorials in here, and they have some other examples that they show in the program, which are kind of cool. So if you just take a look real quick, some things that they actually did with it. So you can see the different examples. If we want to go ahead, click that, and then it gives you a quick way to show you what you need to do. So makes it nice having some quick tutorials right in there. So let's just show you again real quick. If we want to do a black and white, obviously that's pretty easy. If we want to do distance, dusk, just the presets are awesome. I love it. And I think when the colors start coming back and the the foliage and all that, I'm gonna start shooting some landscape stuff and actually doing some stuff now, because now we're not too far from some nice mountainscapes and not too far from a lake, and have a lot of things that we can really work with. So let me show you another version here. So I did that. This is another mountain one that we're going to do here. Not too bad. Looks like it was enhanced a little bit more. Again, thanks to the Creative Commons license on Flickr. Love finding some photos on there that people just want to share for public domain. But if we go ahead, do sky, and then let's do some more. We'll do rock, and then we'll do some plant down here. So, and then we're going to do mountain. Let's click that. See how it works for us. Not too bad. I mean, if you really want to make this work right, you got to take the time to select things. And oops. And that's going to make the stuff look good. So let's go ahead and process that, see what happens. Ask you about the horizon. Let's see, cold preset. Pretty cool. Again, just some really cool stuff. This looks like one of those paintings they do with the spray paint and stuff like that. And then if we go back here, shoot back one more time. And then we're going to show you a lake version. Another one from the public domain, Creative Commons. Now this one, a lot of things are brighter. They probably fix this up a little bit. So this is going to make it nice and easy to do. Let's go ahead. We're going to pick trees, and then we're going to go ahead and pick some water, and maybe a little bit more sky down over here. And we're going to go ahead and process it. You'll see that it processes pretty good. Take your time to select the different areas, and do that, and then click continue. We're looking at the horizon right here. Not bad. Going to go to some global presets. So you see there's a lot of different options to work with all types of landscapes. And this is really what the program is designed for. It's not designed for working with photos of people. That's something like Portrait Pro is really made for. This is exclusively for landscape photography, things like that. And it's not an expensive program at all. So if you plan on doing stuff like that, or just want to add software to your arsenal of photo editing software and tools, I think it's a really cool one to have, and very easy to learn and to use. So I've done this. I've worked with the photos that I was able to download. Again, the photos that I shot, I just wasn't really happy enough with them to edit them, but I figured, hey, someone else shot these photos that were not really processed. Let me work with them and see how easy they are to work with. Very easy program to work with. Really cool results. You can set up presets and tons of different options here. Again, that I showed you before, based on what your selections are different styles, and then of course lighting options, and just tons of different things that you can easily do. And this would make it a great way for a photographer maybe shooting for a client to say, hey, here's 6 different variations of the shot. If you're going to give them a contact sheet, something, depending on what they're looking for, things like that. But again, this is Landscape Pro Studio by the company is Anthropics. I believe that's how you say the name. And again, really enjoy using this. Really awesome program. And recommend checking it out. I believe you can go ahead and you can get a demo and check it out for yourself. So there you go. That's Landscape Pro Studio. I'm Alan from Damn Good Reviews. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe right here on YouTube, and we will see you soon.